Welcome back, guys. In today's video, we're going to take a look at an RPO from Arizona against Oregon from a couple seasons back, actually from the 2021 season. All right, we'll take a look at the play art. I'll break it down a little bit, and then I'll show you a little bit on film of how to run this play. Okay, so our play is a tear motion quarterback power bubble RPO. All right, so that's a handful of words right there. We're looking at it against a 3-2 defense, like always, as you can see here. So I'll kind of go starting with the O-line as I usually do. So with the 3-2, I'm putting the nose guard in the gap just because I feel as an offensive coordinator that when the nose guard is in the gap, it makes it a little more difficult against the 3-2 defense. And I also think defensively, there's some benefits of putting him in the gap. So that's usually why I put him, when I put him in the play art, I put him in the gap. All right. So with the nose guard in the gap for our quarterback power, our pin and pull is actually going to be between this left guard here and our center pulling and running the B gap power onto the play side linebacker, or the left linebacker in this case. O-line is running B gap power left, no matter what the decision is made for the RPO against this look. So with the nose and the gap, this is automatically how we're running this B gap power. Centers are puller. He's getting that play side linebacker, or the left linebacker in this case. Tied in here is just going to kick out the lefty end, and the right guard is just going to reach block on this right linebacker. All right, so we're going to leave this play side or weak side D end, whichever you want to call him. We're leaving him because he's going to be in no man's land. No matter what we decide to do, whether our quarterback keeps the ball on the quarterback power or we throw the bubble to our running back on this tear motion, he's going to be in no man's land. He's going to be out of the play. So we're not worried about him. We're going to leave the backside D end unblocked here. All right. I'm going to go back here. Okay, so with the tear motion here from our tailback, and speaking of tear motion, the way I was taught, tear motion means when a back is going across the formation. So here's the center line. He's going across to the other side of the formation. That's what I was taught was tear. If our back would have been here and he'd been motioning out, it would have been a travel motion. I don't necessarily know the full terminology or background of that terminology of why that's the case, but that's how I was always taught. So when I say tear motion, he's going across the midline of the formation all the way near the sideline in this case, and he's going to be our third receiver out here running the bubble screen. So that's where tear motion comes in. Honestly, when it comes to motion, there's a lot of ways to do it, and I do plan on eventually making a video kind of talking more about the types of motion. But for now, let's move on. All right, so with that motion from our tailback, both of our receivers out here, it's going to be their job to just break down and stock block on the first threat, whoever happens to be the first threat. And so our slot here is going to block first threat to the inside, outside guy receiver is going to block first threat to the outside. Probably going to be these guys, respectively, the corner and the safety. Okay. And like I said, this is an RPO, but primarily going to be a pre-snap read based off of the defense's adjustment or their lack of adjustment to this tear motion. So if the linebacker goes all the way out here, then we're probably going to take this quarterback power to the left because now we've only got one linebacker in here. And then in that case, this guard can look to reach up to the nearest threat, which would most likely be the safety if the linebacker completely clears to the flats. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So now let's take a look at how Arizona ran this play. Okay, so Arizona's here in the white, Oregon in the green. And actually, game was early in the season. Oregon was actually ranked number 3, and they were undefeated 3-0. Arizona was 0-3. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I even dove into this play in this game, period, is because I like watching teams that struggle at the D1 level because you can see how simple their offenses really are. They try to do simple things and do them well. So you can learn a lot from a team that's struggling. You know, what kind of coaches, what are they doing? Like different things are they trying to do just to generate big plays or explosive plays or whatever the case is. So that's kind of why I chose Arizona in this case. And so let's take a look at this play. All right, so here's the tear motion from the running back, and he's going all the way out here. He's going to run the bubble screen. These guys are all going to block first threat inside out. In this case, I believe this guy's job is to get here, but you'll see that these guys just really come flying off the edge. Now, like I said before, I think it's more pre-snap than it is post-snap. because first of all, Oregon only has one linebacker in the box that's going to have any threat to this run game, to this run play by the quarterback. And so I think pre-snap, this quarterback's already taken the run and taken the pin and pull quarterback power to the left. That's my guess based off of what I've been watching, studying this film. And again, they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in the box. Arizona has 6 guys on the O-line with a tight end attached right here. So they already have the numbers and leverage in the run game. If you look at this D end, he is inside shade of the tight end. So that's where the pin and pull action takes place. Tight end pins, and the tackle actually wraps and leads to the next level on their pin and pull with the quarterback just taking off running. And you'll watch it as, like I said, this linebacker even does widen to the outside, making it an even easier play for any one of these linemen to reach to the middle backer, making it an obvious quarterback run on this play. So let's take a look at the play. And you can see they got a lot of yardage on it as well. And as fast as the quarterback went, he did not let the defense get set. I mean, the motion guy didn't even get out there very far, and he takes it. I think he was reading, okay, pre-snap, we got 5 guys in the box, and if you go down the middle of the formation, that's not a very good line. But if you go down the middle of the formation, there's only 3 guys in the box on that side. So they have the numbers to that side, as well as they'll take their chances with a tackle leading onto a corner all day. So I think that's one thing he must have been taught to read pre-snap, read the box numbers, read the leverage was within the box. And like I said, he takes it way early. He doesn't even let his back get motioned out there. But I do think it's an RPO. I do think that if he would let this back get out there, or if nobody would motion out with this back, I think they would have the option to throw it out there. So I do believe it's a true RPO, but more of a pre-snap read based on the box count and what the quarterback was just seeing pre-snap. So we'll take a look at it one more time, and then I believe I have the end zone view or the sky cam view. Okay, so it's not an end zone cam view, it's just kind of a zoomed view. But if you take a look at this here even closer, you can see there is like a center line right down the center. You can see there's only 2 D linemen on that side. And like we had said before, the middle backer even widens with the motion and making it an even easier play for the quarterback to take it. So he takes it, gets to the outside, pin and pull with the left tackle, and a really nice play all around by Arizona, a team that kind of struggled with explosive plays that season. And there you go. Another thing you could do with this just overall play is you could put somebody else right here at quarterback. You could put your running back here if you really needed somebody to make a play. And because again, if they don't honor this bubble, that's not that hard of a throw. You know, catch it and throw it out there as fast as you can. So you could put some sort of a running back in this position if you wanted. So definitely just some different things you could do with this play in the 8-man game for sure. And that's going to wrap it up for today's video, you guys. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you can add this to your offense or take a look at this. Hopefully you learned something. Thanks, guys. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave your questions in the comments below. That's the easiest way to reach me. If you enjoyed this video or took away anything from it, please click subscribe. Check out some of my previous videos right here in the middle of the screen. And like always, thanks for watching.